I found the camera tucked behind a loose brick in the pantry. It was an old, heavy DSLR, its lens caked in a fine layer of gray dust. I have always been a hobbyist, so I charged the battery, curious to see what the previous tenants had left behind. The first few dozen photos were ordinary. Landscapes, a golden retriever in a park, a birthday cake with flickering candles. But as I scrolled further, the date stamps shifted to last week. That was impossible. I have lived in this apartment for 3 months, and I live entirely alone. The photos showed me. There I was, sleeping in my bed, the angle coming from high up near the ceiling fan. Another shot showed me in the shower, the image blurred by the steam on the glass. My heart hammered against my ribs like a trapped bird. I checked every inch of the ceiling, every vent, every light fixture. Nothing. No hidden lenses, no wires. I changed the locks that afternoon, my hands shaking so hard I dropped the keys twice. I did not sleep that night. I sat in the living room with a kitchen knife, watching the shadows stretch across the floor. The next morning, I checked the camera again. There was a new photo. It showed me sitting on the sofa, holding the knife, staring at the door. But in the photo, there was a hand resting on my shoulder. A pale, thin hand with a silver ring on the pinky finger. I bolted upright, spinning around, but the room was empty. The air felt heavy, metallic. I started noticing a strange, sweet smell in the kitchen, like rotting peaches. My head throbbed constantly now, a dull ache that made my vision swim. I decided to end it. I set the camera on a tripod in the kitchen, set it to burst mode, and hid in the bedroom with the door locked. 2 hours later, I heard the shutter clicking rapidly. I burst out, screaming, ready to fight. The kitchen was empty. I grabbed the camera and scrolled. The photo showed me walking into the kitchen. I was standing over the stove, unhooking the gas line with a pair of pliers, a vacant, glassy look in my eyes. I watched myself on the screen as I pulled a silver ring from my pocket and put it on. The revelation hit me. There was no ghost. The old stove had a massive carbon monoxide leak. The sweet smell was the chemical additive, and the hand was a hallucination born from a brain starving for oxygen. I was losing hours of my life to the lethargy, acting out the delusions of the man who lived here before me. I called the fire department, stumbling out into the fresh air. They confirmed the levels were lethal. I found out the previous tenant had died of the same silent leak, but I found his silver ring in my own pocket. I was not being haunted. I was simply becoming him.